Hi, thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Mitsuko and today I'm going to be doing a full face of black owned products. Now I did pick up a couple new goodies that I'll be trying for the first time in this video. I have a lip liner from LYS, a lip gloss from Fashion Fair, and a highlighter from Danessa Myricks. But I also do plan on using the other products that I have in my collection, so let's get into it. So whenever I'm doing my makeup, I like to start with my eyes, but today I just want to focus on the base. So I'm going to start with the Yummy Skin from Danessa Myricks. This one is in the shade Juice Boost. This is essentially skincare in a bottle, and I really like it because my skin has been super dry lately, so anything will help. So I'm going to use this first, and I like to put a good amount. This will give you a lot of glow, but it will keep your skin hydrated. At the end of the day, it's a serum. It's not comparable to the Fenty because I find that the Fenty has more pigment. This one is very light, but it feels great on the skin. I'm going for a hydrated, glowy look. Now for my primer, I'm using the Fashion Fair primer. This is the only one they have, and this is what it looks like. I put a pump and a half. Since I want my skin to be glowy, hydrated, and I'm going for like a medium coverage, I'm going to use this foundation from LYS. This is the Tripple Fix Serum Foundation, and I have it in the shade DG6. I'm probably not going to use the full pump just because it's a lot. I like to bronze instead of contouring, so I'm going to use the Danessa Myricks Power Bronzer. This one's in the shade Deep, and I'm just going to place it first. And then concealing and highlighting using the Pat McGrath concealers. I'm going to conceal with MD26 and then highlight with MD23. Going to start blending on my forehead first, and MD26 is the perfect concealing shade for me. Now, because the highlighter I purchased from Danessa Myricks looks a little bit darker, more like a copper brownish shade, I want to use a blush that's going to complement it. So I'm planning on using this palette from Danessa Myricks, and I'm using the shade Nuditude. Whenever I want a blush that's subtle but then still beautiful, I always like to use Nuditude. So this one I applied on the back of my hand, and then I'll put it on my cheeks. So you just mix it like this. So I'm going to apply it on my cheeks. And you see how subtle it is, but you'll still see that hint of peachy pink peeking through. It's beautiful. So this is what my face looks like so far. I'm pretty happy. I want to set my highlight, my concealer, and all the good stuff. Going to use the Fashion Fair Set It Loose setting powder. This one's in the shade Warm Sunrise. Going back in just to make sure everything is in place, because once I start applying the Set It Loose powder from Fashion Fair, oh my gosh, it will set everything in place right away. So we don't want any creases. Just going to clean it up. Going to use that then to set everything I'm not baking. Just making sure it's super set, because the highlight shade that I use, the concealer from Pat McGrath, is not super light, so I feel like I can go in and then just make sure I get that brightness. You know, the powder is going to help me with the brightness that I like. So that's pretty much everything. Going to dust it off and then move on to the next step. So I'm going to use a bronzer, but I want something that I can build up, and I'm planning on using a powder bronzer from LYS. This one is in the shade Strength. So this is what my face looks like so far. I'm pretty happy, and you can still see the glow peeking through, but I want more glow, okay? So it's time for me to try the new Vision Flush from Danessa Myricks, and this one is in the shade Legendary. This is a highlighter, all over face highlighter. Danessa Myricks is a queen of multi-purpose, and she never disappoints. Now, just for size reference, this one, the new highlighter, is exactly the same size as her other Vision Flush. You get exactly the same amount in it as well. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to try this. Now, just in case you're wondering if this and the Fenty are similar, I will do a quick swatch. Doesn't smell like anything. So this is what it looks like. Ooh. I picked the darkest shade. This comes in so many other shades, but I wanted to get this one because I don't have something like this. How beautiful is this? It looks like a dark bronze, if that makes sense. I think it's gonna work with this look. But before we start, I wanna do a quick comparison. Now, this is what it looks like when you blend it. It really melts into your skin, and it's pretty light. So this is the Danessa Myricks, this is the Fenty, not comparable at all. The consistency is also different. The Fenty is more liquid compared to the Danessa Myricks. Okay, and then this is what the Fenty looks like once you blend it compared to the Danessa Myricks. This one is a lot more copper bronze, like a warm bronze, whereas the other one looks a little bit darker, which I'm glad they're different. Now, to apply the liquid highlighter from Danessa Myricks, you can use your fingers, a brush, or a sponge. I'm going to use my fingers for this. I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand and then apply it on my face just to see what I get. And I'll put it on my cheeks. Oh, it's cute. It's very subtle, which I like. Okay. So this is what it looks like. Going to use a brush for this. I want to see if it makes a difference. Oh yeah, she's pretty pigmented. Okay, but I think I'll just blend it out. Yeah, this is pretty. Very subtle, but pretty. For the eyes, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm using a bronzer from Fenty. This one is Thick Mint, and I'll just put that all over my lid. Okay, and then I'm also going to bring that towards my inner corner and nose bridge. And I'm also going to put it on my bottom lash line just to smoke it. I want it to be a little bit darker on the outer part of my lid, so I'm going to use this Idol from Pat McGrath. This one is in the shade Deep Velvet. Bringing it into my crease, halfway through my lid, and then focusing that on the outer part. And then I'm using a clean brush just to clean up the edges. Just make sure it's soft. Going to take the eye kohl and then bring it on the bottom lash line as well, just halfway through. Same thing on the other side. I still feel like it's missing that smoke, okay? So I'm going to line my eyes using the Color Fix from Danessa Myricks. This one's in the shade Blackout. Okay, and I'm going to put it on the top lid. And I'm staying really close to my lash. Doing the same thing on the bottom lash line, just halfway through. I'm done with the eyes. I'm going to do my brows off camera, put on mascara, and then I'll come back. Now for the lips, I have two new products that I want to try. I have a lip liner from LYS. This one is Devoted. And I also have a lip gloss from Fashion Fair. This one is Honey in Harlem. These came out recently as well. I'm going to swatch these. So this is what it looks like on the back of my hand. Super excited. Okay, now look at this packaging. How beautiful is this one? Okay, let's see. Nope, nothing. Okay, so I'll swatch it on the back of my hand. Oh, it's a beautiful shade too. Oh, I'm so happy. I don't have a nude like this one, so let's see. Going to start with the liner. Okay, she's like pretty dark. I like that. This is the darkest shade that they have. Pretty comfortable on the lips. Looks good so far. Can't complain. Now you could just wear this with a gloss and call it a day. I think it's beautiful. Looks really nice. I like it. Time for the gloss. Now I don't want to stain this, so I'm going to put it in the middle first. Going to put some on a brush instead because I'm not staining the one. Beautiful. It's not super glossy. I thought it was going to be a little bit more liquid, but it looks really nice. Okay, going to add more. I think that's as glossy as it gets. Really pretty. Oof. This is beautiful, but I still want my lips to be glossy and juicy, so I'm going to add the Color Fix. This is the glaze from Danessa Myricks, and I'm adding a little bit of that. You know, I want that shine. Oh, look at this. So I want to share with you my final thoughts for the products that I tried, and I'm going to start with the Danessa Myricks highlighter. Now this one, I'm not surprised, okay? It's Danessa Myricks. All of the products that I've tried from her are amazing, and this one is one of them, okay? I really like it, and I feel like it's beautiful on my skin. It works really well with this look. It melts into my skin. I actually thought this was super pigmented because when I was looking at the pictures online, it looked a little bit darker, so that's why I went for it. But it melted into the skin, okay? Now, if ever you want the glow all over your face, it's probably best to mix it with your foundation, knowing that it's not super pigmented. It's not one of those super bright highlighters that are going to stand out. Also, you could do it just the way I did, but if you're worried about lifting any of the products that you have underneath, just make sure you don't set that area before you go for it. Today, I only applied it with my fingers and a brush for a little bit. I do prefer applying it with my fingers. Overall, I think this is cute. Now this lip combo though, okay, I think this is probably my favorite lip combo. Now for the LYS lip liner, I think it's beautiful. Look at this shade. It looks amazing on my lips. I'm super happy. It's very comfortable. It's not drying. It's smooth on the lips, and I mean, the color is just perfect for me. I'm super happy with this. I also like the packaging. I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but the packaging is super cute, and it fits in with everything else they have, you know, with the rose gold. I think it's adorable, so I really like this. Now for the last one, the Fashion Fair gloss, this is beautiful as well. I mean, this shade, do you see this? It's super nice. I don't have something like this, so that's why I went for this one. It has a little bit of a warmer undertone, which I was worried it was going to be too cool for me, but I mean, look at the lips, okay? If you expect this to be super juicy and glossy, it's not. It's more of a in-between lipstick and a gloss. It's like a little bit of both. I do like the texture. It's still nice on the lips. It's not drying, but if you want something super glossy, you're gonna have to go on top with something like the Color Fix from Danessa Myricks. Nonetheless, it's still a beautiful gloss and I really like it. Like I said, it does also come in so many other shades, so if you're interested, definitely check it out. So that's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. Let me know which one's your favorite down below. And if you haven't done it already, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I would truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.